where do I begin? So like, I was first reached out to by Digital Nas. Oh my
Mm-hmm.
God, these are not working. And yeah, and when I met him, it was weird because he was just reaching out to me on social media, and so I didn't know like I get reached out by so many people. Like a lot of
Uh-huh.
times I'm just like I don't know, these guys are legit or whatever. I see the verified check or whatever, but
Uh-huh.
I don't know. So like he video calls me and I'm like, all right, so he's real and everything. And like
Mm-hmm.
I do my little research. I didn't know who he was when I met him.
And what research popped up that he's just like officially with Kanye and all
Yeah,
that?
that he produced some of the last album Donda and so I
Mm-hmm.
was like, all right, so he's a producer, but he said he's a creative. So I was like trying to look into it a little bit more. And then I met him. Originally, he was gonna come to my house, but I was like, dude, I don't want nobody. Like, I don't know you like that.
Yeah.
So I was like, you ain't gonna come to my house. So yeah, so then I just went over to like his hotel or whatever. I brought like some of my friends
Mm-hmm.
or one of my friends, and then just showed him some of the stuff. He was like, "Yo, I love this. It was really cool. They showed me nothing but respect." BK the ruler was there,
Mm-hmm.
and we were just hanging out. And then he was just basically like, "Yo, I love this stuff. Like, I want to bring you to a Yay Sunday service." And he's like, "I want you to bring some of your clothes." And like he's looking for designers or whatever, so hopefully you could work with them.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, but there's no guarantees or anything like that. So I was like, all right, word. I'm just gonna bring in my best work and see what he says. Then I brought some of his stuff. I didn't meet him the first time because I was at his Sunday service and he was like, I didn't see him the whole time. It was like I was expecting it to be like a 2 hour like thing. It was like 20 minutes. So
Oh, wow.
and
No,
then
the Sunday, like, but you saw him though.
I didn't see him the first time.
Uh-huh.
Like people saying he was there, they're like, "You didn't talk to him? Like, what
Yeah.
the fuck are you doing?" I was like, "I didn't. Where was he?" It's
Yeah,
completely.
and also that must be like, bro. Even if I saw Kanye and we had a meeting, I don't know if I'm gonna walk up to his ass. I ain't gonna lie. I'll
in
be
the
like
middle,
a little
in the
like,
middle of his Sunday service.
yeah,
like, his kids are walking up to him.
going to
like, I
hell.
was not about to like. I was
Yeah.
not about to make like a fool of myself while I'm out there. But
middle of church.
so everybody was there. It's completely dark, and I didn't see him. And then he showed up the next time because I was invited again. And then that time he was like standing right by me. So I was like about to walk up to him, and his kids like ran up to him, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna talk to him right here because I don't want to just let him deal with his kids or whatever. And then they left, so I just like raced up to him, and I just said like, hey, what's up? Like, I'm Franky Baca. I'm Digital Nas's friend. He invited me to come here. He said that you're looking for designers or whatever. And then I just told him like, yo, I'm a huge fan, bro. Like I've been listening to you forever, like since like before like college dropout, like freshman. I'm a freshman adjustments. Like I'm a real fan.
Yeah.
And he was just like, oh, really? I was like, yeah. It's like you're like I used to listen to like you and Kid Cudi's music. I was probably talking like as fast as I am right now. Like
Yeah.
just like
Just telling him
flying
everything.
through.
You're meeting Kanye. That's a big deal for everybody.
And in that like 10-second span, like 30 people had already came up to him too. So I'm just like trying to like, okay, I got clothes for you. Like here's like this stuff. And he's like, oh, he's like, oh, all right. He's like, here, give me a hug. And he's like, okay, cool. He's like, I can't take this right now. He's like, but give this to Nas. He's gonna give it to me. And then so I gave my clothes back to Nas, and he's like he didn't want to take it. I'm like, he's in the middle of his Sunday service. I don't think he wants to be like walking around with like all that shit. So he's like, okay, we're gonna give it to his manager. So I met his manager, and then yeah, I gave it to his manager. Talked to like this whole team. They were like really fucking with all my clothes. They were like, this shit's dope. Like I can see like you guys working with it or whatever. And then yeah, nothing really happened though. Like I wasn't getting like a call, nothing like that. Like Nas was like, hey, I want you to help me with, because he has his own company, 29131.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, in the meantime, he's like, just help me with this. So I was just like working with all of them. Like I was just giving feedback because like I gave him some dope ass ideas. Like this shirt that I'm wearing right now, I just released this.
It's
today.
pretty hard. I like it. I like the stomach. I never seen someone do that.
Yeah, it's a like. I mean, people are gonna say, "Oh, everybody just."
You want to show them the guts for the camera? Just like kind of
that's
the
hard.
shirt real quick. That's just hard. You can worry about the middle one. Yeah, right there.
Bro, we got the whole system.
Yeah.
Damn.
So let's fast forward. So you see Future bring out Kanye West to Rolling Loud, and he's sporting a pair of glasses. What's the first thing you think about?
Was that Future? Or was that Lil Durk?
That was Lil Durk. I'm tripping.
Yeah. Okay. So I didn't know. I didn't even see that picture. Like somebody sent that to me because people were just tagging me on Instagram. They were like, "Yo, this is Franky Baca. This is Franky Baca, right? You had something to do with this." Because by now they already know I've been working with Digital Nas, working on 29131.
And you already kind of just showed those glasses at that point.
Yeah, they had been all over my social medias. Like his whole team follows all my social medias. So yeah, they had been out there. It's been clear. Like everybody knew that was like my stuff. So yeah, so people were just tagging me. They were like, "Oh, you did this, right?" Like they thought originally that I gave them that idea, and then I was like, "What is this? I don't even like looking at it. I'm like, this looks like mine, but it's not mine." And the jersey was I don't even know how to pronounce it. Amaury, you know that Amaury. It was an Amaury jersey. It was like the same colorway as mine, but it didn't have like I don't know some of the details in it. And then the glasses, obviously, you see they're like mine.
The glasses are crazy, and I wish we were able to pull up. I should have sent the producer some of the photos so they could put context in them. But the glasses were very comparable, you know. And it's kind of like how I was bringing up early. It's like I'm always on the fine line of like, okay, maybe you're tripping. And like, okay, he for sure ripped you off.
Wait, so basically what happened was like you showed him some clothes, and then instead of like working with you to produce those clothes, he just made his own version of the clothes that you had showed him?
No, so I showed him clothes, but I didn't show him those glasses. But what I think, like, I have to speculate a little bit because I don't know how
you have to fill in the blanks. Yeah.
Yeah, because like...
Just try talking to them, Mike. Closer,
basically, the glasses were just on my social media. But what I had given him were shoes and a mask, and I just give him a catalog.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, so I gave him those products, but they had already been like working with me for that time being. So,
yeah.
As far as like the glasses though, like, I think a lot of people think kind of like how you said, like, oh, is he bullshitting? Is he not? But like,
you have actual screenshots and conversations. That's what separates you, for
dude.
Sure.
You know what's interesting is that have you heard of Ass Pizza?
He just said the same thing.
Yeah, I was talking with him a while ago, and he told me, he was like, dude, he's like, before Kanye was doing this whole mask thing, he's like, he invited me to hang out with him and talk about working together. Ass Pizza was already doing his like turning a t-shirt into a masks things, and he brought a bunch of masks over, gave Kanye a bunch of them, and then he said the conversation stopped there. The next thing you know, Kanye is rocking his own t-shirt masks, and he's like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah, you know? there's a whole list of designers actually. It doesn't just stop there. Like, dude. Legendary Six, they're the ones that had a hat that was very similar to like the flame ones.
Wow.
So I mean, I'm just like, I don't have like the answers of how it got into it, but like clearly these were all inspired by like these products. It's like pretty clear.
Right. So you see the images starting to go online. You're getting the tags. Now what's the next thing you do? You hit their team up, right?
Yeah, so I hit up 29131, which is like our whole creative database or whatever for their clothing brand, but we also talk about like everything. Yeah. So I told them, I was like, hey, did you guys get a chance to look at this picture? Because like everybody's tagging me in this, and it was quiet for like a long time. So I was like, all right, that's weird. Yeah, it's already like a red flag. So I was like, okay. And then
they already had a private group chat like, don't respond.
I don't
That's
wanna,
how it goes.
I don't want to say that because like a lot of those people I'm really cool with.
It sucks when shit like that happens. They're just caught in the crossfire. Where
that's
it's
the
like,
thing. It's like
you can't judge them for it almost. Where it's like, no one's trying to lose their fucking their seat in the Kanye meeting.
That's the whole thing. It's like a lot of people like say like, oh well, you know, what would Ye care? Like this is you know, you just like a small designer or whatever. But like, he doesn't have anything to lose because like he could always come up with like more shit or whatever. But like all these little designers though, like they got something to lose because like if they get
it's our hopes and dreams.
Yeah, if they get cut off, like this is an opportunity. Just like how I was looking at it, I was like, this is a great opportunity, regardless of if you're a fan of Ye or not. It's like you're working with somebody who could like change your whole life.
Who's at the fucking cutting edge of like culture for the last 20 years.
And Ye could like completely change the narrative where like over a couple months time, people are going to be in your comment section saying you're stealing his shit when you're going to be like, dude, what?
That's what led me to doing the whole. I wasn't gonna say anything. Yeah. Like as crazy as that sounds, like people are like, I was just gonna let it go. But then I was like, you know what? I can't like, because I'm still gonna be working on this project. Yeah. And what's gonna happen? Like everybody's gonna say I'm copying Ye. So I'm like, that was like the
Yeah.
straw that like broke the camel's back. I was like, yo, I have to say it now because like there's
Exactly.
no way I'm just gonna continue and then have people tell me that my shit is the stuff that I'm copying
Yeah,
from
exactly.
It's like that was just ridiculous for
That's
me.
crazy,
like thinking.
dude.
That's probably like gotta be the most difficult part.
As being like an independent artist, dude,
Yeah, because it's like you everybody who's ever like thought of anything creative, I like to hope that like we all look at Kanye as like, man, that's the pinnacle of like you know, once you get the cosign, you're doing something, you've done it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Everyone kind of like seeks for that moment in their career, and it's like whenever you have something like that where it's so vulnerable, like this is my livelihood and this is what I want to be known for, kind of get fucking taken by like your idol. Like I can't imagine how like I can't even imagine what I would go through. You know what I mean? What I imagine, and like kind of just hearing these like firsthand encounters. You see it on the news with the whole Gap thing, and you know Kanye just looks like he's so fucking hard to work with. You know, and I think like he's kind of just like it's like my way or the highway with him.
Yeah.
You know.
But even without Kanye, like I've heard this story happening so many times in like the fashion world where like people want to work together. They have a meeting, displays of like art, like exchange where you see a T-shirt, you see some pants. The next thing you know, some dude leaves and then ends up basically doing the collaboration by himself. And like we've heard this story so many times where it's just like, how can you have a meeting and like save yourself like that, that risk in a way? Like, do you just not show them the clothes, but you have to show them the clothes? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, what do you do there to protect yourself?
You gotta roll the dice. You gotta shake it. You gotta also give them the benefit of the doubt. But it sucks when you hear shit like this. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. But
I was just gonna say, like, don't you feel like in a way it's messed up, but it's kind of like a big compliment that someone that influential, he's supposed to be this fashion genius. He looked at your idea.
I'd rather get paid.
That's facts. That's facts.
Yeah,
This is like
it's cool.
sure.
Yeah, sure. But like, I mean, we're all like small artists. Like, we're talking about billionaires. Like,
yeah, and you're seeing the product kind of like take storm, and it's honestly, people are like fucking with it. So that's probably just doing more damage. You know.
And that's the thing about billionaires, dude. Is like people always try to say like, I'm gonna be a billionaire one day. Dude. It's like, you don't become a billionaire being a good person. Usually, it's always comes with like a
level of greed
and underhandedness constantly. You know what I mean? Like, and not really looking out for people, more looking out for yourself.
So you contact them, and they pretty much. I think I saw you posting the screenshot. They said that's just life.
Yeah, Digital Nas wrote back to me. That's life, and I was like,
that is fucking crazy.
I was like,
crazy.
I don't know if that's like confirming it or that's like it's pretty close. Like, if anything, it's like a lack of like, because this is the same dude that told me like, oh, I love you, like you're my homie, right? Like, dude, like
come join this collective.
I'm rocking with you, like you're my brother. Like,
come meet Kanye with me.
Yeah, like it takes a lot to do that too, because like this dude, like he's already famous, like he's already like
Digital Nas popping.
Yeah, he's popping. So like he could like literally come up with like any other designer, like any other artist, and he could have like just seen my shit and like said like, oh, I'm gonna do something like that and give this to Ye. But like he reached out to me initially, so like I was already like in the mindset of like, okay, he's really rocking with me then. And then he like it was just telling me like, okay, I want you to work on 29131. You're gonna be like the creative director you're gonna be like the owner, like this shit. Like that's what he was telling me.
He's telling you the dream.
He's telling me all this stuff. Like I got it all in my phone, like same as like all these messages that are like on that initial like TikTok that blew up or like Instagram that blew up. So it's a trip, but like at the same time, like I'm not over here like people think like, oh, like he's crying, like he's like quit being like a like a I can't even cuss on here.
No, you
could, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck, piss, bitch, shit.
I can't even like. They're like, oh, he's like being like a bitch. Like he's not moving on from this.
Yeah.
And like, but like they don't even know. Like I'm just working. Like I always like stay like working, but it's just a matter of like, this is somebody that I respected more than anything. Yeah. And then I was like thinking like, okay, like this is, and then just getting flooded by messages of saying like, yo, these people took my shit too, and then finding out about all these other artists. I'm like,
wow.
This is like
you're unlocking Kanye gate.
If I don't say anything, like I'm almost like letting these people down too. It's like bigger than me. Like, I have to say something.
Do you feel like Kanye's like fan base and just like celebrity is so strong and infinite that like it's almost impossible to like sway his
Bro,
fans' like perspective.
the amount of hate I got like from saying that, and when I released it too, like I was like telling my sister and my family and everything, I was like here it comes, like because I knew like if it did blow up, because at first I didn't know it was gonna blow up, but if it did, then I was like, okay, then I'm gonna get a ton of hate, and like the amount of hate has been like insane. And like I love people like just telling me like,
what's been the craziest hate comment?
The funniest one to me is like people telling me like that's life, because people are saying that's life just because that's what he said to me. And I'm just like, you guys keep commenting, which is making my video more popular. You're making me famous. You're making me rich. Yeah. So like, what the fuck? Algorithm. What the fuck do I care if you guys like say that? Like, I wish they would keep doing that. Like, please, like I'm telling you guys, like keep telling me that's life, because it's not.
Let's spam his comments. I'm just kidding.
We got to start a brand called That's Life, stealing Kanye designs. That's the get back.
Yeah, that's life. You might have to drop a shirt that says That's Life, or get like some Yeezy 350s.
I want to say one thing too. Like I'm not positive that Ye stole it, so I don't want to say like. I want that to be clear. Like I don't know that Ye specifically
could have been someone in the circle,
but the platform of Kanye released a product.
Yeah,
where they had some engagement with you. I mean, if the same thing happened to me, bro, I'd be pulling hair out my head. I'd be like, man, I don't know what to believe. I've been working for the last 10 years thinking about Kanye one day. One day I'm going to meet Kanye, and
When I moved to LA, I told my mom, I was like, I'm going to meet Kanye, because I was like, this is like a hero to me. So I was like...
Where are you originally from?
I'm from South San Francisco.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Bay.
Yeah, the Bay Area reps me so well. But... yeah, like I was telling people back home too. I was like, I'm just gonna like start working on them, start building connections. That's why I moved to LA, and I've had like some pretty good success so far. But like, yeah, that was definitely like the biggest thing. And then I was like really looking to capitalize on that. So
yeah, that's what they say usually. It's like a saying, like don't meet your heroes because like they'll just let you down or whatever it is.
Yeah. Whoever said that didn't know Kanye was gonna be someone's hero, because everyone's gonna take that opportunity. Even in my head, hearing kind of your firsthand experience and just hearing just the different dozen stories I've heard similar to yours, it's like I would still meet this fool, but I'd for sure man.
Yeah, like I don't think it takes away anything from like me wanting to meet him, because like he's still like a hero to me, like even now. But like I just like look at it like. Because I just know how like fashion works too. Like I know how the industry works. I know people steal shit. Like it's not the first time.
It sucks. You almost gotta accept the game.
And the fashion laws are crazy too. It's not like
it's a big gray area.
Yeah, it's a huge gray area.
It's not like music where it's like if someone samples your beat, you're given points on that song. It's like
you could take it to court.
Yeah,
there's a lot you could do with other industries, but with fashion, there's a gray area. There's certain things that you could like patent. There's certain things that you can't. So,
and it sucks that like money really is the biggest influence in that, because then you have Nike who could like officially trademark their Air Force silhouette and do all this other stuff to like stop these designers. But so what's next for you, bro?
I'm just gonna keep working. Like I have a bunch of new designs that I've been working on. I'm just saving up, trying to get out my next collection. I'm gonna go. Do a lot of like really different things that I think are gonna set me apart. Like when I was making those like the eyewear in the beginning, like a lot of people were telling me like, oh, this is like some weird shit, but like now everybody loves it. So everybody been telling me, oh, that shit's hard. You should have released that way earlier. You have that? Oh, I can't believe like this. So
even at that, like you couldn't have told me Kanye was gonna drop that like 2 years ago. It was definitely some kind of like external influence behind that, which you obviously had for this product, man. But bro, I appreciate you pulling up, sharing your story. I know
that's
man.
an interesting tale.
Hell yeah. As soon as I saw the video, I'm like, bro, we need to get this story communicated.
And also I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised either. I'm heartbroken though every single time. I'm kind of like I'm like in a weird like fandom relationship with Kanye where it's like you expect him to do better, but you're also gonna expect him to kind of like continue what he does.
Yeah, it's a weird puts you in a weird spot.
You hear the opposite about his music though. You hear about like all these stories with Sci-Hi, like bro, if you fucking pull up with Fruit Punch, he'll credit you as like someone on the song. Right. You hear all these crazy stories, but let it be some clothes, and he's like, that's life.
All right, people, we just hit 300,000 subscribers. We're trying to hit 400,000 subscribers. So that little red button, tap it, tap in. Appreciate y'all.